Welcome back to Kombi Life. We have recently returned, myself and Tamara, from our first road trip together. It was 3 months through Spain and Portugal, and the point of it was a bit of a trial run to see whether we were compatible and whether Tamara actually liked the van life and digital nomad lifestyle. So you'd think after 3 months we'd know each other pretty well. Well, today we have some questions for each other, which is going to find out exactly that. This is going to be a whole lot of fun.
Did I pick up any annoying habits on the road, Ben?
I'm racking my brain to think of it. Honestly, Tamara is so easy to travel with. There wasn't really any annoying habits. Even when she'd fart under the covers and then try to Dutch oven me, it wasn't even that annoying. It was just funny. So what did you think when you first met me?
I saw this handsome man who was doing an activity that I absolutely love, which is rock climbing. And we just hit it off with talking, and I thought, this person has got to be my friend.
What did you think when you found out that I was a YouTuber?
When Ben tried to explain to me that he was a YouTuber, he does content creation, in my head I had it that he's following these athletes around with his camera, you know, like Red Bull, and following motorbike people.
GoPro, stop video! GoPro, stop capture.
And when he goes, no, 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 it's, you know, actually being in a bus and going and traveling around, I thought, oh, cool. I really wanted to do that with Spain. And then I continued to talk about myself. Okay, honestly speaking, did you think van life was going to make or break us?
Yes, I did think that. My entire experience of van life with other people has been extremely difficult. Van life is extremely difficult. Lucky we were about to run out of water there. You look very pretty today, Tamara. It's like taking like a relationship and putting it on the pressure cooker to see whether you actually survive. Everything is just intensified when you're in a Kombi. You have no free space, you have no free time. All of the dramas that you go through, you share together. It's extremely difficult, and to be honest with you, I think van life probably is responsible for breaking up a lot of relationships, a lot of mine included. That said, I also think that it gives you a really good opportunity to test a relationship, and I think that's exactly what we did. And I think that we've come out of this stronger than ever. So whilst I did think that van life could definitely break us up, I'm quite happy to find out that it hasn't. She could be the one. Bloody hope she's the one. Better we're looking. So what's the hardest or worst thing about Kombi life?
Okay, fact, there is no worst thing about Kombi life at all. What is not to love about being in a blue boomerang VW bus and traveling wherever you want to go? Okay, yes, the hardest thing is that half of the space at least is taken up by parts and tools when you could have lingerie. Give me your best impression of me waxing.
What's the best thing about traveling with me?
The best thing about traveling with Ben is how we bounce off of each other. When we are both having fun, God, it gets crazy in here. And if one of us is having a low, the other one is really good at picking us up. And that's the best thing about traveling with Ben. We're like two peas in a pod. Would you go on another trip with me, Ben?
In a heartbeat. Actually, Tamara, I wouldn't go on another trip without you. Since I like you so much, and obviously you like me too, I'm going to treat you to 3 things. You can buy anything you like for the Kombi, as long as it's from AliExpress.
Wait, are AliExpress sponsoring this video?
Maybe.
See, she knows.
Listen, they've got a great selection of stuff, really high quality and low prices. So, do you know what you want to buy?
Can I get an e-bike?
An e-bike. Maybe we'll see what else there is.
Oh, I have an idea.
Okay, let's see it. So AliExpress currently have a cashback challenge where you can earn instantly 5% cashback on anything you purchase. So first you have to join the Kombi Life team on AliExpress, and anything you buy after that point, you'll get instantly 5% cashback as long as the seller ships the item.
How about this?
Good idea. This is a multi-thermometer which has different sensors, and we have one in the Kombi. We had one in the Kombi before Tamara stole it to use somewhere else. But it's really good for van life because you can put the little sensors in different places. We had one in our fridge, one in our kind of shower area. It checks the temperature and the humidity. We also have one on our roof and one in our main kind of living area. Yeah. So we know what the temperature and humidity is inside the van all the time.
So you can see why I stole it.
I did say there was more on AliExpress. As you shop, you earn points. up to a whopping 15%. So the more you shop, the more you earn. You can get up to £500 cash back. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, wow.
Getting closer to that e-bike. It's the AliExpress anniversary sale. Big deals, bigger impact. Enjoy up to 80% exclusively on AliExpress. Play Prizeland, watch your snapshot with AliExpress and win a share of up to £800,000.
Oh, found another one. How about this?
Thinking about humidity in the van, that's actually a pretty decent idea and a reasonable price too. Yeah, that's pretty good, we'll take that. So once you've joined the Kombi Life team on AliExpress, the higher the team points are, the better the cashback offer. Joining our team is super easy. You can just click the link in the description or the QR code, which is right in front of your face.
Oh, okay. I think I found the best one so far.
Okay, that's a great idea. A very inexpensive product, which we always use for van life, but it is something that doesn't last forever because Tamara keeps liking to drop it on the floor and they split open. But look at that, it's under £3 and you get 3 collapsible 10-litre water bags. These are actually really strong and it means you can increase the capacity of your water for your camper van without taking up any storage space. We actually always travel with a whole bunch of these. Definitely we'll pick up some more of those. Great idea. Right, that's it, you've used your 3 wishes. Once you're in the team, it's game on, so invite all your friends and your family, as many people in the team as possible. The more money we can all get in cashback points. I will leave a bunch of links below, which have also got some discounts for you, so go shopping. Now's a really good time to check out AliExpress and find something. There's loads of bargains on there and lots of really good sales right at this moment. Thanks to AliExpress and thanks to you guys. Now, what other questions have you got for me?
Where can you get an e-bike from?
That's not one of them. Tamara, will you still be travelling in a van in 5 years? What about 10 years?
God, I hope so. That would be the dream. You know, maybe we have additional characters in the story, who knows? It'll be fun. Imagine trying to put a hammock, you know, for a child sleeping in the front seat. That would, I don't know how that would work. I'm sure Ben could find a way. That's another good thing about traveling with Ben. He's resourceful. In 10 years' time, could I travel? I really would like to think so. Maybe it's a little bit here, a little bit there. Adventures might be slightly different, but if I'm not traveling in 10 years' time, Ben and I are doing something horrendously wrong.
Tamara, what is the worst thing about living with me?
There are so many. Just kidding. That's a really difficult question, and that's not fair that you asked me that. I wouldn't say that this is the worst thing, but an adjustment that I had to make with Ben is he taught me how to absolutely have to put everything away in the Kombi as soon as you're finished using it. And that was hard. I was not used to that. I'm not untidy at all, but when you are living in such a small space, even having a glass of water out that you're not using needs to go. If you could sum it up, what were the best and worst things about the trip?
So many good moments, so many awful moments. The weird thing is that you'd probably think the part where we were stuck for a month in a freezing desert, sleeping in up to -10 C temperatures and not able to go anywhere on rations, you'd probably think that that was one of the worst moments. But actually, the way that we bonded, the way that we just really took a step back and slowed down and really appreciated our environment, I think that was actually, what should have been one of the worst, was one of the best. That was weird. Worst moment of the trip then would have been coming home, because it's all over, isn't it? That's what you think. We're going again, baby, we're going again, road trip. What did your parents say when you told them you were running away with a guy to live in a van?
I don't think they were surprised. I've always been a bit of a Mowgli character and really not set in normal societal ways, which I think is fair to say for Ben as well.
Do you know what? I hadn't met Tamara's parents when I first asked her if she wanted to go to Europe on a massive road trip, and I thought it was probably a good idea to meet them before I took her away for 3 months. So I flew to the UK and I met them and asked them if it would be okay if I borrowed their daughter for a little while, and they were like, yes, please take her, please, God. That's not what happened, but it was great to meet them, and I'm really glad that I did. I think it was the right thing to do, to let them put a face to the hippie man in the VW bus kind of image.
Ben, where do you see yourself in 1 year's time?
I mean, probably broken down somewhere, right? If we're honest.
Whilst we were on the road, you were incredibly thoughtful of me whilst I was on my period. Tell me how you became like this.
What? What? How am I supposed to answer that? I mean, it's kind of like a compliment in there, so thank you. The one thing I will say, guys, just for the guys, is that periods are difficult, as we probably all know. And when somebody is under a bit of extra pressure, let's say, and they might be a little bit more feisty, let's say, they can't control that because their hormones and emotions are all over the place, and we can control it at the time. So that's where we just allow ourselves to take a bit of a breather and not retaliate straight away. That way, I think the whole world can go round a little bit easier. Yeah, I think it's our responsibility to take a little bit of the load and take a bit of responsibility as well for that situation. If you could change 3 things about the Kombi, what would they be?
Are you kidding me? Can I actually answer this question? Okay, number 1, the exhaust. I'm so sorry for all those fans out there, but it is so loud, and when you are trying to be stealthy, no, it just doesn't work. Number 2, can I have a faster engine?
Come on! I have to keep my arms straight ahead like you.
You're in the middle of the road!
But this is how we drive.
Crazy Soviet driver! Slow down, please!
Because I just love driving fast and going up hills in the Kombi in about 2nd gear. I think that's the worst we've ever done. Yeah, it's tough. And the 3rd thing, Ben's done such an amazing job with the interior of the Kombi. There is no need for a 3rd improvement, except for maybe fuel economy. It's quite expensive, so yeah, actually better fuel economy. If you could just bring one more thing with you on the last trip, what would it be and why?
I think I'd bring more fun stuff. That's one complaint I have about the Kombi, is it's quite small and we're limited on the kind of small form factor fun stuff we can have, like it's spearfishing stuff and slackline and surfboards on the side and some climbing gear, but there's not enough space for all of the fun stuff. I'd like to bring a motorbike, I'd like to bring a mountain bike, I'd like to bring, I don't know, some friends. Yeah, more space please. Why are you naked so often?
Okay, so you know how I said that I'm a bit of a Mowgli character? That's why. It just is how Serbians are. You know, when you go to the beach in neighbouring countries on holiday, you're just naked all the time. What's not to love? Freedom! But not on camera. Much.
And what would it take for you to be naked more often?
I'm sensing a theme here, Ben. All you gotta do is ask. And finally, which one of my sisters is your favourite? Good luck.
Ooh, that's a hard question. Which of your sisters is my favourite? I'm gonna die either way. Definitely Jovana. I mean, clearly Angelina is my favourite. I mean, I reckon Dana is probably my favourite. In reality, let's be honest. Clearly, my favourite is Maya. It has to be. Is there any more sisters? No. Tanya. Whoops. You know, it's really difficult to say which of Tamara's sisters is my favourite because actually they're all lovely. And you know what's the best about them is when they all get together, they complement each other perfectly. So I think I'd have to take them all at the same time as being my favourite equally, without anyone being any more of my favourite than the others.